just get that rid of that. Hi guys, welcome. How you doing? Welcome. I have got like the number one, Tammie Pike, creator, the entire creator of this entire book, Empowered Women Empowering the World. So welcome, Tam.
Hey, Sal. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks so much for coming in. I am, you know, like with all the interviews that we've been doing, I am so excited about this one because your story is amazing, and what you are achieving, what you've achieved in putting this book together, you've changed so many women's lives, and it's just beginning. That's what's so exciting about it. You know, like this book is just being published. So completely changed the 15 women that, you know, in writing this book over the last, 6 months, completely changed because it's been a huge growth process, and these empowered women are even more empowered as a result of this book, and it's all thanks to you, Tammie Pike.
Well, actually, I'd like to say it's actually thanks to you who inspired me, but it has been a collaborative experience. But yes, it's been amazing.
You are one. I would never be an author. So like one of my posts the other day, I know I'm doing your introduction, but I just have to say this because one of my posts the other day, I popped up that, I had something really, really small up on my vision board saying that I would like to do a bit of an autobiography or write an inspirational story or something. But I wrote it so small because I really didn't believe, but I popped it up there anyway about 2 years ago. And who would have guessed? I'm not even a very good reader or writer, to be honest. I can talk underwater, but who would believe that myself and the other 14 women are co-authors now of a book that I'm so proud to be a part of, Empowered Women Empowering the World, and it's all because of you.
Thanks, Sal. You're amazing.
You know that anyway. So Tammie Pike, the amazing Tammie Pike, she is CEO and chief editor of the Mumpreneur Movement Magazine, international speaker, award-winning international speaker, serial mumpreneur. Her and her husband own Pike Services, which is all about home ownership and helping homeowners. She owns Earth Radiance, which it's affirmational skincare, but it actually does more. It focuses on guiding women on their own unique self-love, self-discovery and empowerment journey. But do you know what she is? She is CEO, owner and founder of Empowered Publishing. And our book, Empowered Women Empowering the World, is a perfect example of what Empowered Publishing is about. Like it truly, truly is. Tammie's obligation is to support women to step into their power by igniting their purpose, awakening their self-belief and recognizing their potential to empower others. So Tammie Pike is one incredible woman. There's actually nothing this lady can't do. She's a mother of 3 gorgeous kids, 3 wildlings, you explain it, and I actually picked that because my kids are a bit wild as well. 3 wildlings. She has the most magnificent husband. Her and her husband have the most magnificent relationship. We ride horses as well. She rides horses as well, which is so amazing. She's a country girl at heart. Tammie Pike, this is the real question, okay? This is the duck's guts. Why are you so passionate about empowering women through the written and spoken word? What is it?
Well, Sal, it comes down to, I guess we talked about a bit earlier, my childhood and feeling so disempowered as a child, a teenager, and even coming into my 20s and feeling that I didn't know how to be a woman. I didn't know how to be an empowered woman. And I had so many experiences where I didn't trust other women. I didn't like being a woman. I like my best friends were men, really strong men. And I really just didn't know how to look after myself and take care of myself and be responsible for myself. So I guess from me having wounds and experiences that really disconnected me from my femininity, but also to other women, over the years of journeying and working through that, my medicine has been women. And as I've stepped into my power, it's been other women that have helped support me and help me through the healing as well as that transformation to being who I am today.
Freaking amazing. And so if you want to, or if you can, let's go to some of the most so you've had moments of complete disempowerment as
Yes.
a young woman.
Yes. So when I was a kid, for up until 16, I lived in a family that had alcohol and drug abuse, as well as, I was sexually abused by other people, and other men, and, different kind of things, in really being put in bad situations because of the people that my parents brought around, as well as, experiencing domestic violence. And sorry. Just all these. I'm in Montville in Queensland, and it's just beautiful but very noisy. So
we can't hear it. Only
you
can.
Can you? Oh, great. Awesome. That's fantastic. So living in a family and an environment that's very abusive and traumatic, young kids in that situation, like, it's so hard to get out of that space. And I felt so lost for so long because of everything. I felt unworthy. I felt that I didn't belong to anyone. I felt like the poor kid because, we're in the low social economics. It was just so many things where I felt disempowered. And it was a pretty hard childhood for me. Like, there's lots of beautiful things in there as well. Lots of animals. I love animals because they were my savior throughout my childhood, especially horses and cats. And it was this thing of experiencing, like, most women that were around me were disempowered. Again, they too were in abusive relationships, alcoholic relationships, and I didn't have any role models around. Like, even my nan, like, she shared her story with me because I want to put her story into a book. But she and my pa, like, was extremely violent. Like, this is generational that we've come from, of sexual abuse, of domestic violence. And my sister and I were like, we need to be the ones to stop this. We need to be the ones to change this for our generation. And in going on that journey for myself to become empowered, I fell in love with other women who were willing to help support other women rise. Because this is a thing, like, for so many centuries, women have been disempowered by, not just say men, let's say the masculine energy, because I love men and I don't want to put them down, but in a really black and white world, a very linear world that doesn't understand the femininity, the intuition, the intuitiveness, this gold that these women are and the power that women have. They've tried to squash it for so long. And for so many things, like, I used to research this a lot because I wanted to know where this came from, and it come from the witch hunting days and before. And women couldn't trust women because they'd dob each other in if they were, and they'd have to create lies so they could just save themselves and their family. And it's only in the last century, not even, let's say, a couple of 100 years or even 100 years, that women are starting to, like, okay, it's not even that, it's probably the last 20 to 10 years that women are finally starting to feel confident or able to step out the box, like doing psychic readings. I've done that, and being like an intuitive reader and doing women's circles for so long. How many women have been condemned for doing that kind of stuff because it's witchy or woo-woo, whereas that's where the magic happens. And see, the power happens when women rise together and come together, and that's what's been trying to be stopped for a very long time. And I feel that's what will heal the world, is women coming together and women rising. And the quote that I use in the book is the Dalai Lama said that it is the Western woman that will save the world. And I believe that's true because we are in a space where we're not so much in survival mode. We can actually step out into that healing and thriving space where we have time to invest energy and money on ourselves and our well-being and our spiritual well-being, and step more into empowerment because of our society. Some of that space, having the resources and things at our hand to be able to transform. And then we have the power of our voice to share now.
Absolutely. You're amazing. So, you know what, when you are speaking about that, it comes out of your eyes. This is exactly your true calling, and that is why you're so damn good at it. So I love the way you said there a minute ago about, so it's not even really about the woman, it's about the feminine energy, because I'm not a man hater, you are not a man hater. You have a beautiful husband and you have a gorgeous son, a wild one, but he's gorgeous. I have 4, they're all wild. So we're not empowered women empowering the world is not actually a man hating feminist rise of the it's not a feminist. No, it's actually the rise of the feminine energy, isn't it?
It is.
Being intuitive, it's being compassionate, it's showing more love, more kindness, more empathy, and not so linear and black and white.
Exactly. And stepping into your power and shining a light, like we all have this inner light, right? And I keep like it's all in stages, but how many women, and I was thinking about this the other day, how many women can actually get up and get into their clothes and go and do what they want without caring what other people are thinking? You know, having that thought like, oh, I can't wear that because someone will think I look like a slut, or I can't wear that because someone will think I don't look good enough, or I look trashy, I look this or I look that. Like how many times a day are we making decisions based on needing other people's approval? And the thing is, of the empowered woman, she's navigating through this to a point where she doesn't give a shit what other people think. She is empowered in who she is, and she's willing to show up in her most raw, real self to be able to empower those around her. Because as women step up into their power and they're willing to share what they love, what sets them alight, and doing crazy things that feel good for them, like whether it's dressing or whatever it is with their body or their self-expression, they're willing to do that, because we have come from a very repressed and very like, again, masculine and box society, right? Where this is what a good woman is, this is what you should look like, this is what you should sound like, this is what a good mother is. And we've trying to become this ideal that's not actually there. It's like this silent scale of what makes a good woman, but we can't ever reach it. And so we're always thinking we're less than, because it keeps us in a place of lack and fear. And these are the two things that keep us disempowered, but also keeps us to be a consumer. We consume everything because we're trying to get better and better, being prettier, younger, fitter, sexier, all these kind of things. But really, in essence, if we were to step back from all that and start to get to know ourselves better, who we are, how we can show up as ourselves, like, that is so beautiful, that is so sexy, that is so powerful. And you see these women who are doing it, they're magnetic. And that's what I share in the book. Like, when you step into this power, you attract the right kind of people. Like, I attracted you, Sal, like, far out, and the other 15 women who are just absolutely phenomenal women who are extraordinary, and they said yes to this. So when you stand in your truth and you let your light ignite, like, magic happens. Like, it happens every single day for me, because I'm willing to not stay in the box, but to choose my own path by following my intuition and what feels good, because that's the feminine way, that's the gentle way, and we can succeed in life by doing that.
You're amazing, Tammie Pike. That you are absolutely amazing. And for you to open up Empowered Publishing and give a platform or create a safe space for these select few women to share, not only share their story, but create a bond. Over these last few months, I've created bonds with these women within this book that I would never have created before. And they're going to be lifelong bonds, because we share overcoming adversity and making a difference in the lives of yourselves, your family, and then other people. And to be able to recognize it and then share it is powerful stuff. And I know I'm not just speaking for myself, but all of the women appreciate you and your publishing company so very, very much, because this opportunity to be loved and nurtured and kicked in the ass when we needed to be is brilliant. To create this magnificent book, this book is just, it's, like I said, it's only the beginning of what it's, the ripple effect from this book and from this collaboration. We don't even know. We haven't even scratched the surface, because the book is so real, it's so raw, and it is the perfect movement for women to step into their power, or for anybody to really step into their own power and be the best them that they can be, whatever it is for them. So Tammie Pike, you are just one incredible woman. I thank you so very, very much. And I love your story. And I can see why you are so passionate about it. You are a shining beacon of hot red light, because that's what I see from you. You're my fiery redhead friend for so many women to follow. And thank you so much for creating this book, and the many more that I know that are going to come. There's lots more. There's lots more there to come. Like, we're only just scratching the surface. So thanks so much for joining us today. Your story is amazing, and I can see now exactly why you're so good at what you do.
Thanks, Sal. But it does make it easy having such amazing women too. I have to share, like, with the group that we've had, it's always like holding a circle when you create a group of women together. Like you come together, and I think I set the intention to start with, you know, for all of us to support each other, but everyone was already on board with that. So what I've loved seeing is that in every space where a woman feels like weak, there's a weakness for herself, there's a woman to help her with, because it's her strength. You know what I mean? Like these women, including you, are getting in and helping each other, you know, to help each other rise in that space too. So like when you read this book, Empowered Women Empowering the World, like hopefully you will gain something, but know that the women who are in it, they've come together to help each other rise. So you're in this container when you're reading this book, you're in that energy because it's the truth, it's what happened. And that's what I'm excited to hopefully, you know, see ripple out, is other women doing the same, creating this container, supporting each other and helping each other rise, because that's how we're going to, you know, survive. And I think it's the way of the new way of success is collaboration, and, you know, getting in and supporting these amazing, like other amazing women as well out in the world who are doing phenomenal things. So thanks so much, Sel.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. But you know what, you just reminded me then, and I've just been listening to, you know, a business book, and businesses in the past have always been so very structured, lots of masculine energy, scramble to the top, tread on everybody else. Now there's a shift and a change just in the way business is working now. So the way that they collaborate within, and it's this feminine energy, it's this empowered woman, or this feminine energy is, I think the Dalai Lama is dead right. The rise of the feminine is going to be what's going to give us like world peace. Maybe, maybe not, maybe, you know, like it's going to change, revolutionize, and those people, there's a big change, especially like with the latest in the COVID, and, you know, like the world is a changed place.
Mm-hmm. And you know, the thing is, Sel, what I believe too is, you know, this whole thing of you have to do it all yourself. I think it's bullshit. I think you can do it all with the right support and the right collaborations. And it's just like the tribe mentality. You know, how do successful tribes thrive? It's because the women get together and they support each other and do different things. You don't all do the same thing. So you all, whoever has a strength in different places, you come together, and what you can create for that is phenomenal. And for mums especially, you know, that collaborative experience where you don't have to do it all, like, fuck, like how often are we trying to do it all and we fail miserably all the time because we have these high expectations on ourselves, and our family miss out because we're so driven, but we can't get there because we're feeling unsupported. And, you know, we have to be able to let that support to come in and to seek collaborations, and they're all not going to work. Some of them are going to fail miserably and you're going to have a shitty experience, but you move through it and you learn from it and you get empowered from that, and you just keep growing from it and seeking, you know, other amazing women to work with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tam, thanks so much. You're an absolute angel. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of the other 14 other women for putting this together. And I
love yourself.
I love you too, babe. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.
Bye.